Hey, Gavax here. Today I'm going to go through my MUT 22 favorite cards of the whole year. First on the list is going to be Derick Henry. I'm not going to do a ranked list or anything, just go through my favorite ones. And obviously leading off will be probably the most powerful card all year, right? A card that saw us with a few different escape artist nerfs. The ability for him not to fumble taking hits in the quarterback was very annoying for defense. I've made specific videos showing off just how broken he was, going through plays like escape artist, just running around defenders looking like idiots out there. So MUT 22 will absolutely be remembered as the Derick Henry year at quarterback, just due to how he played on the field. Not only his weight, his sling motion, being slinger one. Talking about slinger one, Dan Marino, who came out a little bit before Derick Henry, and I thought this was like the perfect card because in like previous Maddens, right? What's previous Maddens all about? It's all about mobile quarterbacks. Like we saw my first one on this list, mobile quarterback. But Dan Marino came out early in a Team Diamond, and he was perfect for it just because of his ability to like get the best hot route master. I think it was pass lead elite is what I was using on him. We had this obviously broken cover 3 beater early in the year that he was slinging for out of trips tight end. So Dan Marino is like, it's awesome, right? Literally the only reason that I'm like okay, or one of the only reasons I'm okay with abilities is the fact that like players like Dan Marino could actually be good versus like everybody just running Vic every single play over and over. So pocket presence, the ability to really get the ball out of his hands quick, which is something that not many other quarterbacks have, because they don't have the slinger one archetype until they just kind of gave it to Derick Henry randomly a little bit later down the field. So quarterbacking in 22, it's kind of cool. And that's what I've said about 23 is seeing pocket passers come back to the style versus everybody having like 98 speed out there. Derick Henry's running back, of course, asked to make this list too. Earlier in the season when this thing came out, and they released one a little bit later, it is a pain to bring down. As you see, he's like almost always falling forward on tackles, right? A lot of people would have like linebackers or safeties at linebackers that he'd run through, run over. And I think Derick Henry at halfback, the only reason we want to replace him is for that quarterback card. So weight mattering, it is kind of cool to see Madden actually make physics happen. Kam Chancellor, obviously being MUT Master, is incredible. Was probably the best defender all year. The one I'd say that I didn't put on this list, but is very close, Isaiah Simmons. So I'd say he's a favorite. I just didn't get clips of him. Kam Chancellor was everywhere. He had everything. You can even put film study on him earlier. Micah Parsons right here, as you see in the middle of the field. He had that glitch, if you guys recall correctly, where you could put inside stuff on him. So like he was the perfect interior defender, especially with like everybody was running escape artist, as you've seen in a lot of these clips. You had to go like contains on the field or a bunch tight end. So him able to like, get through with the high finesse move, split double teams because of how good his abilities was. Here he is blitzing through and doing well. Bo Jackson's running back card came out with a very, very, very dumb X factor, which was Bo knows. Was it 2 or 3 to start? I don't recall. They ended up raising it to 4, and even then it's a little on the cheap end right now this time of year. But we got it on one other card, and so like I think it's William Perry. So like this, where it's the freight train essentially, right? It's Eric Dickerson 2.0, and it's just absolutely like bonkers and dumb and bad for the game. The fact that every single first tackle can be broke. I know it's Bo Jackson. They really haven't had like a good Bo Jackson in this game in a while until this card, because Bo Jackson was like perfect strength, perfect speed, and he was so much more overpowered than everybody else, something that we haven't seen in MUT in a few years, because they basically make everybody's stats equalized to the time of the year. So hopefully next year we can get a bit more stats differential on the truly powerful cards instead of just ability differentials. Cordarrelle Patterson, both at corner and running back, are my favorite cards this year. Cornerback, I believe it was like a free card too, so it was really neat him having like the ability buckets at cornerback, where he could lay the pipe, being 238 pounds. So something that you really wanted out of your corners was the ability for them to stand up to those heavy running backs that everybody ended up really using and taking advantage of in this game. So there he is, catching it on offense now. So off the edge, here he is. He has a really nice spin too. I love the team of the year running back the best, but I know people use Cordarrelle Patterson's cards the whole year. So Patterson, a stud and a half. There he is in double coverage, using his catching skills to make me complete that and not feel bad. Now, Vita Vea, like his out of position card you're going to see right here is obvious. It's like an extension of that Derick Henry card, right? The heavy, but this was like an unrealistic, obviously out of position. He also got a golden ticket. I do think the William Perry golden ticket is better than this Vita Vea. Don't get me wrong, but like overall, just for like the amount of when he came out, the amount of time you could use him all year, I feel like Vita made this list over them. But you could go with either one, really. I just wanted to kind of show off the thickness running because of how how impactful it was. And really, it made this meta pretty bad sometimes. If you went against somebody running like goal line with just this guy diving, it became like a hostile environment out there. Not that like low points, escape artist. It wasn't already that kind of thing on the field, but basically guaranteeing yourself a few yards of rip on a run, unless of course they like shot in the backfield and got you the legs. But like that's why you did it. That's why you did it with a journal, right? Because people go low on you, you just journal around them, and the journal is overpowered. So they are just stretch off the edge with Vita Vea. Cooper Kupp for receiver, right? The Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp. Basically, had every single route threshold at a time where not a lot of guys had it. It was super fast. He got through a nice spin right there around the coverage. So overall, Cooper Kupp was like the perfect wide receiver until we got ultimate legend, golden ticket wide receivers. You saw him on a bunch of teams. There he is running deep, burning past the coverage right there. You could throw route tech on him too, and I really did enjoy using Cooper Kupp for the longest time. Kyle Pitts is my favorite tight end with one other guy I got after this, but Kyle Pitts being able to be tall, fast, and it's basically Kyle Pitts was like one of the best tight ends all year. From his rookie premiere, there might have been a little bit, I don't know, like a month maybe ish, where that one wasn't the best tight end in the game, and then his December card came out, and that was like the best tight end of the game until I feel like February or March or something like that, because height and speed is everything in Madden, especially for a tight end. Wheel routes there from thrown, getting through. So overall, Kyle Pitts definitely, I think he'll be a stud in Madden for years to come, and in 22 just showed off like the starting potential here. Now, getting back to thrown with Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis had a few cards, again, fast. He's not as tall as that Pitts card, but he's got a nice spin there, as you see, double spin from thrown. He also has route tech. It doesn't look like Throne's got route tech on the field here, obviously, but route tech on a tight end is kind of impressive because the ability to like beat man coverage is so important in this game. And a tight end spot is tight end running backs are one of the main spots that you beat it against coverage. So Vernon Davis and his route tech ability was kind of everything for the tight end spot until our recent Gronk card that we just got a little bit ago. So anyways, thanks for watching. Again, Ted Hendricks, Richard Seymour, Isaiah Simmons are all guys I liked that didn't quite make the video. So those are all solid ones. Let me know in the comments section which one your favorites were from MUT 22. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I will see you tomorrow.